Hey there friends, I'm Tory Favro, an Australian-based horror author located in Queensland. This YouTube channel is something I've been looking forward to for some time. It's about sharing my writing adventures, my love of books, other people's books, and basically giving you an insight as to what it is that makes me tick, how I enjoy other people's media, and also giving us the opportunity to have a conversation regarding entertainment, pop culture, horror, um, and so much more. I can't wait to share this channel with you. This is the first proper introductory video, so if I seem a little bit nervous, I'm actually a little bit nervous, even though I have done a lot of YouTube. I have been a content creator for quite some time, but this is the first time where I'm talking about things that are super personal to me, as opposed to my normal career, which is a reseller, an eBay reseller. So we're going to cover some stuff, and stuff being books, movies, possibly video games, and me just sharing my thoughts and impressions on how they operate from a storytelling perspective. So you can expect to see reviews and updates on my own writing. And I'm so grateful that you'll be here along for the ride, and I can't wait to share more of that with you. Firstly, I thought to myself when I was about to do this channel, I thought to myself, I've done little videos in the past. This is going to be the first really long form as such of me being me, the author, and talking to you about what I do and why I do it. So first things first, I thought this might be a fun way of you getting to know me from a writing perspective, and I'll show you some of the books that I've written. You can find them on Amazon, and they're just under my own name, Tory Favro. Yes, it's a plug of sorts, but it's also to show that, you know, yes, I'm going to be talking about other people's books and saying my thoughts and feelings on them, and you don't need to be a writer to do that, but I do have a love for words, so, and I love how they're put together. I'm not, you know, it's I guess it is just one of those things where I feel that gives me a little bit of experience in such matters. All right, so my first book that came out a few years ago was just a fun story called The Dead of Christmas. It's a zombie comedy series. There's conspiracy theories, flat Earth, the CIA owns the North Pole. There's a grey alien who loves Hawaiian shirts and loves swearing. And it's basically, even though the zombies are there, the gore is there, the horror's there, there's good friendship and plenty of laughs in that book. And that led into the second book, The Dead of Egypt, which is the second in the series, but they are all self-contained. So in this one, the said grey alien goes back to ancient Egypt on another dimension, another Earth, another reality, and befriends Tutankhamun and goes on a romp through ancient Egypt. And it was funny, this book, guys, because I had to research so much of ancient Egypt and then get it wrong deliberately. It did upset some purists at the time. I got a little bit of feedback about, hey, the pyramids weren't there at this time. And it was, the long story short was, I know, but I wanted to do a mashup that made sense. And so I had to do my research and then deliberately get it wrong. That was a fun book. Second in the series. I'm not showing you them in publishing order. I'm just going to quickly run through these. There's 11 of them, so I'll try to make it as quick as possible. And then this will just be the intro. I'll have a quick chat about what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. The third book in the series, now bear in mind, all self-contained. There are recurring characters, but you don't need to know them. This is The Dead of Easter, and it is about Buck the Easter Bunny. Zombies invade Easterland, and Buck has to fight them off with the help of an armadillo hitman. The book was so much fun to write. It's thoroughly anthropomorphic all the way through, and I think there's a lot of laughs in this book. The one that has the most heart would probably be The Dead of Egypt, with Mike's relationship with Tutankhamun. But The Dead of Easter was just a fun romp. You know, how can you go wrong? A 6-foot tall rabbit wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and a Glock. You cannot go wrong with that. So that was heaps of fun to write. Now, I did go on a jaunt. If you've ever been a child, and I think most of us have been, if you've ever been a child, you, depending on your age, you may have come across the Little Golden Books. They are fantastic books for children, and they've been around forever. And I thought there's nothing for us grown-up kids who like horror. So I developed the Little Death Books. And they are fully illustrated books the whole way through. And but they're tales of death and destruction, murder, mayhem, and mischief, and nuclear weapons. And so I did 5 of those. They were interesting. They were also a challenge because I can draw, I can do thumbnails and stuff like that, but I can't really draw well enough to save my life. So I had to work with artists on these particular books. So 3 different artists worked with me, and they were a lot of fun to produce. And yeah, they just get crazier and crazier. I have written another 5, but as you guys would know, hiring an artist costs a lot of money. So at the moment, those projects are on hold, but there are the 5 there if you're interested. This is my non-horror book. It's one I'm really proud of. It's 300 and something pages, 320 or so. And it's called Tin Man. Now, it's part of what will ultimately be a 7-book series, but each book I take a lot of care to make sure that the books are all self-contained. So this is The Wizard of Oz, but in a modern-day environment. Emerald City is in California. Tin Man is a gang member. Dorothy is a cage fighter, a child cage fighter who was left to die in the streets. And together, it's a father-daughter tale. Tin Man saves her. You'll be introduced to other characters in here, and it is utterly nuts. The action is over the top. I'm even talking there's ninjas in it, okay? But this was a lot of fun. It has a hip-hop soundtrack, if you want to look it up on Spotify, and there are prompts throughout the book just telling you, like, play this song at this point. And yeah, look, I was absolutely honoured that a dear friend of mine, Ben Young, was kind enough to write me the blurb for the book. And I'll be talking a little bit about Ben Young's writing in a moment, to be honest with you. This is book 1. Tin Man and Dorothy take on Emerald City. But the beauty of this is, so for example, all 7 books weave in and out of each other. They are all plotted, but there may be something like in this book, Tin Man is saved by a sniper. In the second book, I won't spoil it for you, but you are the sniper who takes the shot that saves him. If something in this book, if a car is stolen, in the second book, the other character might see the car being stolen. They're not contingent upon you reading them in the order, but if you do, I think you'll get far more of a little bit of a surprise and Easter eggs throughout. So please do give Tin Man a shot. Now, this is the one for me. It's so funny. This is the book for me that I feel got me a lot of attention as a splatterpunk author. It was my first attempt to write splatterpunk. It resonated really well with fans, and I am lucky enough that this is my bestseller, and it's called Pinata. Don't let the cheerful cover fool you. Now, just so as you know, we are going to talk extreme horror. Whatever trigger warnings you need, please, they are all going to be in this book, okay? It is the most violent, disturbing, extreme book that a lot of people have read. I've read some splatterpunk myself, and it's hard because I wrote this, so I guess I don't look at it as objectively. To me, it's like it's horrible. It is truly horrible and horrific. But then when I see people who I can read as face to face, and they tell me what they think, it really makes me relook at what I've done. But yeah, Pinata is because I did it deliberately. I made all the text really large, and there's no chapter break. So as the main character Marju descends into madness, you have to keep up with the page turning because it's going quickly. 111 pages. I think it's about 50 odd on the Kindle, But if you want to read it the way I intended it to be read, in all honesty, I do, like if you want to read electronically, go for it. But the way this was formatted is the way it was sort of meant to be read, which is like a 14-point font deliberately. So yeah, that is a book of insanity, and you'll feel probably dirty after you finish reading it. Speaking of feeling dirty, this is the last book that well, it's not the last I published, but the last book I'm going to show you. This is a Flock Apocalypse. So this is a subgenre called Bizarro. And like I said, there's weird stuff going on in this book. So the main character goes down to South America, is cursed by a bird god, is ripped to shreds and reborn as the bird god. He goes back home to America, has sex with his wife. She starts laying eggs. Things go crazy. The government gets involved. There is just blood and guts and very dark humor the whole way through. I had so much fun writing this book. It was utterly ridiculous. Yeah, I can't wait to write something totally nuts like this again. So that's an introduction to me as like what I've been writing. I read everything, and so don't think you'll always be getting horror. But to give you an idea of things that I like, my most recent up-to-date reads at the moment in terms of what I have just finished reading, and this will be a separate review, but I read Richard Matheson's I Am Legend, vampire story, utterly incredible. We're going to do that in the next video, so we'll be covering that one. Now, I'm part of a book club too, a men's book club, and this is, and forgive me if I do butcher the author's name, Chigozie Obiama, and the book is called The Fisherman. So this is my current read, and it's one I've just started. So this is my book club read, and you can see the Tough Guy Book Club logo on there, and I cannot wait to go through this and give you my thoughts. Finally, I'm excited for this one. One of my favorite authors is someone who I'm lucky enough to call my friend, Ben Young, and I will be going through his previous releases as well. But this is his brand new release. I've literally just started it. It is called Ride the Spiral, and I'll be sure to give you my thoughts and feelings about this when I'm done. But I'm super excited for it. Ben is insanely talented, and I cannot wait to share more of his writing journey with you guys. In any case, that does wrap up the first video. Thank you so much. I'm Tory Favro. Please give my titles a consideration, and I look forward to sharing this little ride with you and showing you books that I might have that are rare, different covers to different books. I know we've all got a favorite author. Mine pretty much is Stephen King. I know that's not original, but I know that he's also, he writes in a style that I really enjoy. It's totally approachable. His characters are relatable, and his dialogue is just absolutely perfect. So I'll be going through some of those books with you, and if you've got any suggestions for books that I should be reading, just let me know, and just hit me up on the email that you'll see at the end of the video, or pop a comment into YouTube itself. But for now, thank you so very much, guys. I feel a bit better. I've got the nerves out of the way with the first video, and we will get on with it. All right. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.